Here we're asked to find the equation of our given hyperbola, and then we're going to graph the equation by hand. For this hyperbola, we're told that the center is at the point 2, 2, the vertex is at the point 2, 4, and the graph will contain the point 2 plus the square root of 10, 5. Since we know that the center is 2, 2, we get HK is 2, 2, and the vertex is 2, 4. Both the center and the vertex lie on the line x equals 2. Therefore, our transverse axis is parallel to the y-axis. The distance from the center to the vertex is 2 units, so we get that A is equal to 2. Therefore, our other vertex, we'll call that V2, must be the point 2, 0. We'll go 2 units below our center. The form of our equation then is going to be y minus k, quantity squared, over a squared, minus x minus h, quantity squared, over b squared, is equal to 1. We know that h is 2, k is 2, and that a is equal to 2. So that gives us the form y minus 2, quantity squared, over 4, minus x minus 2, quantity squared, over b squared, is equal to 1. We still need to determine the value for b squared. We know that the graph contains this additional point. There's an x value and a y value. We could plug those into our equation. If we do that, we'll find out that b squared is equal to 8. A squared is 4, b squared is 8. We can use that to find our value for c. Since c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, a squared plus b squared is going to give us 12, which means that c is equal to 2 times the square root of 3. Therefore, the foci are 2 times the square root of 3 units above and below the center. So we'll get one foci at the point 2, 2 plus 2 root 3. And our second foci will be at the point 2, 2 minus 2 root 3. The asymptotes are going to be given by, let's write asymptotes. The asymptotes are going to be given by the equations y equals plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2 times x minus 2 and then plus 2. So we have our center, we have our 2 vertices, we have our 2 foci, and we have our asymptotes. Using all this information, we can go ahead and sketch a graph. If we do that, our graph will look something like this. Here's our hyperbola. We've plotted our 2 vertices, V1, V2. We have our 2 foci plotted. And we have our asymptotes plotted. And here's our center. We have 2 additional points that we use to make our rectangular region here to get our asymptotes in our plot. And there's a graph of our hyperbola.